it's been widely reported that they are gearing up for 28 years later. They have found a buyer to obviously produce the film. I think it might be another Sony picture, if I'm not mistaken. But Danny Boyle is coming back for this one. I'm not sure if Cillian Murphy's coming back for this one or not. I'm not sure. It didn't say that in the this report. But mate, look at this cast: Jodie Comer, Aaron Taylor-Johnson, and Ralph Fiennes to start in 28 Days Later for Danny Boyle and Sony Pictures. So yeah, it is a Sony Pictures. Right, mate. I'm just buzzing about this. Obviously, Alex Garland is penning the script again for this one. Yeah. I think he must have had that idea for a while. He's recently just released Civil War. If you want to check out my review, guys, I've got a review on the channel for that one. Spoiler alert, I wasn't a massive fan of it. But I am a fan of 28 Days Later. And I'm a big fan of 28 Weeks Later, actually, as well. Not as good as the first movie, but for a sequel, I think you could have done a lot worse in my eyes. Look, there's not really much I can say apart from each one of these actors a shit hot, in my opinion. Jodie Comer is awesome. I would have had Jodie Comer playing Sue Storm if it wasn't. Who did we end up getting in the end? Sorry, Vanessa I'm blanking Kirby. On her name. Vanessa Kirby. Yeah, if it wasn't going to be Vanessa Kirby, I'd have been in Jodie Comer's corner for that one. We've obviously got Aaron Taylor-Johnson, who's hot shit at the moment. Doesn't want to be Bond though for some reason. Come on. And Ralph Fiennes, who I last saw in The Menu, which was an awesome little movie. I can't wait for this, mate. You know, it's all systems go now. It didn't have a producing partner last time we spoke about this, but Sony have grabbed the rights for this one. Mate, what do you think about this this cast that's just been revealed? Awesome.
Mate, yeah, that cast is stacked. Yeah, I'm ready to go for this. The zombie subgenre of horror is one of my favorite subgenres of horror. I grew up with watching zombie movies. I love The Walking Dead. I love playing Resident Evil. Like, I love the zombie genre. And 28 Days Later, when that hit in the early thousands, man, I was all over it. Like, I was obsessed with that film when it first came out. Really enjoyed the sequel. I haven't watched them both in a very, very long time, but I remember at one point thinking it was better than the original. But I think if I was to go back and watch them now, I'd probably go with the first one's a better made movie. I'm man, they've been talking about getting this made for so long, and I think them waiting. I think because it's been so long since 28 Weeks Later, that the title fits. Do you know what I mean? It's like this totally. 28 years. Do you know what I mean?
Believable.
So, yeah. So what we're going to see in this, like, because it's going to be very, very The Last of Us. Do you know what I mean? Where
yes, like a lot of overgrown shit, like in London.
I want to see wherever it's set, what it looks like 28 years later after that outbreak. But yeah, that cast is ridiculous. The Alex Garland coming on to, I think he's co-directing or whatever, even if he's doing it himself. Danny Boyle coming back, man. Get Cillian in there, Cillian. We're all gravy, good to go.
Yeah, man, definitely. And, you know, even though I didn't like Civil War, I appreciated the scope of that film. And, you know, like, I could imagine Alex Garland taking some tricks and tips he's learned from Civil War and bringing it over to a film like this. Sort of lines up quite right. But, yeah, man, I'd love to see them, because they didn't manage to do it for Weeks Later. I'd love to see them recapture that quintessential famous shot of Cillian Murphy on the London Bridge. If they could somehow recapture that, that would be awesome. Even if they put a little bit of CGI in there, I wouldn't mind. But yeah, I'm a bit like you. For a long time, I was like, do I prefer the sequel over to the first one? And it's just because, is it Robbie Carlyle? He's so bloody good in that sequel, mate. And the other thing as well, that first film from Danny Boyle, the way it's filmed, for whatever reason, it looks like total shit. but like I don't know whether it's supposed to emulate sort of CCTV footage cameras a little bit.
That's right.
I might be wrong on that one, but like that's like one of them films that I haven't bothered to upgrade from DVD to Blu-ray because of how bad it looks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like very, very grainy and gritty, isn't it?
Very grainy, yeah.
Like Dead Gorilla style filming.
It adds to the atmosphere of that film totally. Like if you remember in that first film where he's in the church right early on, and my God, that is a scary scene, man.
Yeah.
The first one's a banger of a movie, especially in the later third act when they get to the soldier base and then it starts really kicking off.
I think the second one for me, when it come out, granted this is like 20 years ago, so I was only in my teens when these films dropped. For me, the second one was more action-packed. So for me, it felt like Aliens to Alien or Terminator 2 to Terminator. Whereas now I'm older, I can look at both of them and be like, is the first one better than the second one? Do you know what I mean? For both Aliens, Terminator and Terminator 2, be like, is the first one better than the second one? But I still prefer the second one. But the argument's there.